Hey, what's up guys, Eagle94 back with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Bandai Tamashii Nations Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts Bardock. Here is the front of the package, standard box art for our DBZ Figuarts. On the side, pretty standard. On the other side we got some photos of the figure, and then the back side shows some more photos of the figure as well. Those of you interested in picking up the figure, you could do so at BigBatToyStore.com, link is in the description below. So we finally made it. We made it to a time where we were able to get a SH Figuarts official release of Bardock. It was bound to happen eventually, but it was long overdue and better late than never. One of the biggest, most fan favorite characters of the series has finally been released. After countless and countless of people making customs of Bardock, we finally have our very own official release by Bandai Tamashii, and it looks phenomenal. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. They did a great job with this release. Makes me very happy that I was very patient over the years and not getting one commissioned by a customizer. No disrespect to any customizer out there. I know I've seen some amazing looking Bardocks, some that may still look better than this, but for the price, this is definitely well worth it and well worth the wait. I am very happy that they finally made one, and I was patient enough to wait for an official release. I feel like, and I believe that eventually we'll get an official release of most of characters that people love. And what else is amazing and surprising is that they went with our classic looking Bardock. That I really believed that when we got a Bardock, we were going to get the Dragon Ball Super design version of Bardock, but no, Bandai Tamashii went ahead and gave us the fan favorite look of Bardock that we all wanted. Now that we have this, I feel like eventually we will get the Dragon Ball Super version of Bardock, which I would like to have as well. So here's a closer look at our Bardock figure, and he comes packed in like this with the scouter attached to his left eye. You can barely see the scar, but the scar is on his face right there. We see the Saiyan armor going down to the tail, which is only available in this way. We don't have an alternate tail where you can unwrap it from his waist, which is interesting. I thought they would give us that, but they did not. It's not a big deal for me. I don't care. I'm happy we got the figure in the first place. So we got a glossy paint for the torso armor going down to the legs. Everything looks nicely painted and nicely done. I love the colors. Could use some more shading here and there, but again, it still looks great. You can see the bandana wrapped around his forehead, and you can see it tied on the back of his head right there. So there's your close look. Let's go ahead and run through the face options that we get to all the face plates. We get a total of 4, including this one, which is the one that comes packed in on the figure already right out of the box. This one's more of a normal, neutral, serious face. Up next, we get a more calm, smiling, smirking face right here. You can see, very subtle, but there is a smirk. And real quick, I do want to run through before I swap the next faceplate how you swap these things out. It's actually kind of tedious, but it's not too bad. We got the scouter that hooks on to the hair and the side of the faceplate. We also do get a alternate earpiece, which is for if you don't want to have the scouter attached, of course. You can attach the ear instead. And here it is without the scouter piece and with that extra earpiece attached. Now, I don't know how I feel about this look here. You can clearly see the seam and the line of the alternate earpiece right there. So that kind of bothers me a little bit if you compare it side to side. If you look at it from the front, you don't see it at all. So if you're photographing it from the front or from this side, you'll be okay. But I think most of us are going to display him with the scouter. Very interesting choice that they went with an alternate earpiece, and an actual ear lobe as an alternate piece to swap in and out from the faceplates, because that leaves it looking like that. It actually looks kind of bigger than the other ear. I don't know. I'm not liking it too much, to be honest. So anyways, back to how you actually swap out these things. You take out the hair piece, which this hair piece is only for when you don't have the scouter on. And when you want to have the scouter on, then this one is the one you want to put on. It looks like it shifts the hair a little bit to the side so it doesn't hinder the scouter being there. So the faceplate comes down from the bandana, so the bandana doesn't remove. And there goes the ear. So there you have it. So kind of a weird process to go through to get these things attached there. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the next faceplate. attempt to do it on camera. So there it slides up like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the scouter back on. So there's a peg that pegs into the hair and a peg that pegs into the actual faceplate side. And there you go. That's actually easier to put on than the earpiece. And then here's the hair for the scouter. So there you have it. Now we have an angry face for Bardock there with the teeth exposed. And I didn't realize it, but the bandana actually does come off. It just came off on me off camera. So that slides off if you want to take it off and make it easier for you to swap in and out. And here's the last faceplate, which might be my favorite one right here with the total young face, the mouth wide open. This one looks very, very good. So you can get some pretty nice poses out of this one for sure. So there you have it for the faceplates. Now we have the hands. We have a total of 3 pairs of hands and one single hand. So we start off with the pair of fists that come attached to the figure already right out of the box. And then we get a pair of open hands like this, where the right hand has a peg hole, the left hand does not. The peg hole is for his energy effect that he comes with. So he does come with one little tiny energy ball, and that pegs in right there. So now you can have him shooting that energy ball, which is very nice, like that. Next up we get a pair of open hands, once again slightly different here. Now the right hand doesn't have a peg hole. It's the same exact pose, but this one does not have a peg hole, and then the left hand is more wide open right there. And lastly we get the one single open hand, which is the right hand, which matches the other left hand here, so the fingers are more spread apart. You can have both of them posed the same way now. Alright guys, so first up with the side-by-side comparisons, I'll throw in his son. We have the Saiyan Raised on Earth version of Goku. Up next, we have Vegeta in his Saiyan armor from the Saiyan saga. I don't have a first form Frieza yet, but that is up for pre-order and it is coming, so that would be looking very good next to Bardock, I'm sure, once we get him released. Up next, we have the Piccolo 2.0 SH Figuarts, which I never got around to reviewing, but I can say he is a great figure, one of the best ones released as well. And I highly recommend you guys go out and pick up this Piccolo. And here's a quick little plug for a previous review I just recently uploaded. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Firestar figure. And next to a Black Series figure, we have the 6-inch Black Series Grand Admiral Thrawn, standing a lot taller in scale next to an SH Figuarts. So when it comes to the articulation of the figure, the head is going to be on a ball jointed hinge. Articulation is going to be just like what we're expecting it to be for SH Figuarts. Goes down about that much, left and right. We got a good head tilt. The neck is a separate piece, so that articulates as well. Arms are very, very tight. They go up and they go down, they go in and out. We have that beautiful butterfly joint, socket on the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel at the wrist with a ball jointed hinge for the wrist. Here's a gripe on this figure. Hopefully it's not widespread and it's only mine. For my left hand, the ball peg comes off very easy. It is super loose. Look at this. That is very, very disappointing. And when you try to pop the hand out, the entire thing comes off. It sits in there very, very loose. It almost makes me want to glue it in there, which would prevent the actual ball peg from rotating. You can still rotate the hand, but the ball peg would be unable to rotate. So I'm still thinking about if I really want to do that or not. But that annoys me a lot. So hopefully that's not widespread. Just something that I got, I guess, bad luck on for this figure. Anyways, going down to the torso, we have a diaphragm joint that goes back, goes side to side quite a bit, and it goes forward. Something to keep in mind here, when you go forward, the inside of the chest rubs against the outer part of this lower torso, so it leaves kind of a mark on the white edge of the armor, which isn't noticeable, but you can actually rub it off with your finger. It comes off fairly easy. It's just every time you crunch forward and back like this, you're going to see a little mark there, which is very hard to pick up anyways. But it comes off. I just feel like over time it'll damage it. Hopefully not, but something else I noticed, unfortunately, about the figure. We have the guards on the hips. They're on hinges, which is nice. Again, I mentioned the tail is a separate piece, but it's, I mean, I guess you could remove it if you want, but you really have no choice because he doesn't come with an alternate tail that unwraps. Not a big deal. Again, going down to the groin 2.0 articulation, the legs are going to kick forward. Of course, when you kick forward, the guards on the side hips are gonna go up, and that's something that you can't really prevent unless you pop it off. And they go in and out, so you can do a full split. We have a thigh swivel at the groin, and then we have a double jointed knee. No boot cut or shin swivel. We do get a swivel at the ankle, goes forward and back. There's a rocker, and then we got a toe hinge right there at the foot. Also, I almost missed it, but he does have a waist swivel, of course, like all Figuarts do. But it's well hidden underneath that tail, so I missed it. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for my review of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Bardock figure. Man, this is by far one of the best Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts figures released thus far. I think Tamashii Nations killed it. It really quenched everyone's thirst for a Bardock figure, at least for me. And gives people the opportunity to pick up a good Bardock figure without having to spend too much on a customized version. I think this figure is gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. I think it's done well in every way. My only gripes would be the looseness of that wrist ball joint peg on my figure. If somebody has this figure, let me know down below if yours has a loose wrist joint. I'm super excited for the future of Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts. It keeps getting better and better every single year. I always say that, and it's very true. We're getting a first form Frieza this year. We are getting the Ginyu Force this year. It's exciting times to be a Dragon Ball Z fan, especially a Dragon Ball Z figure collector. Alright guys, I will stop talking and I will end the video now. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.